Last class we discussed about the respiratory regulation of pH, hemoglobin buffer and all. Today we can deal with the renal regulation of pH. We know kidney contributes or kidney plays an important role in maintaining the normal blood pH by reabsorbing, secreting and also excreting various acidic or basic substances in urine. And we know the normal pH of urine, that is almost 4.5 to 9.8, and it is slightly on the acidic range. And let us see here the important function of kidney is to regulate the pH of blood, and here by these mechanisms, that is by the reabsorption of filtered bicarbonate, again by excretion of H+, excretion of triple acid, excretion of ammonium ions, by all these mechanisms the kidney contributes its role in maintaining the normal blood pH. So we can discuss this in each in detail. First, the reabsorption of bicarbonate. You know, as a result of the cellular metabolism, carbon dioxide is constantly produced, and this carbon dioxide, on reaching the proximal convoluted tubular cell, there it combines with water, producing carbonic acid. In the presence of the enzyme carbonic anhydrase, and this carbonic acid is a volatile acid, it dissociates to bicarbonate and H+. And this H+ is secreted into tubular lumen. In exchange, sodium ions enters the tubular cell. And we know the sodium ion comes from the sodium bicarbonate that is in the filtrate, and that dissociates sodium and bicarbonate. And now coming back, then what happens to this bicarbonate? This bicarbonate enters into plasma, and thereby the alkali is considered, or this bicarbonate is recovered to plasma. And coming here, this H+ combines with the bicarbonate that dissociates from the sodium bicarbonate, producing carbonic acid again. It is then converted by carbonic anhydrase to water and carbon dioxide that again enters into the tubular cell, and that goes on. And so here we can see there will be no excretion. There will be no excretion of H+ ions through the urine, or the alkali produced bicarbonate is also not excreted, that is also recovered. So here the alkali is recovered to plasma. So as a result of this reabsorption of bicarbonate by the kidney, we know that it will maintain, or this kidney plays an important role maintaining the alkali reserve of the body. And also there will be no addition of H+ to the tubular fluid. So here see, no H+ is excreted through the urine. So this is what happens here. Now coming to the second mechanism, that is excretion of H+ ions. Let us see what happens there. So we can move to the excretion of H+ ions. So nothing happens here, just wipe all these things. So this is what happens. That is merely the excretion of H+. That is, we know the carbon dioxide combines with water in the proximal convoluted tubular cell, and producing carbonic acid by the enzyme carbonic anhydrase, and it dissociates to bicarbonate and H+, and that H+ is actively secreted to tubular lumen, and it is excreted through the urine. And in exchange, there will be entering of the sodium ions to the tubular cell in order to maintain the ionic equilibrium. So this is what happens here, that is, here the H+ is actively secreted into the tubular fluid or tubular lumen, and it excretes out. So only slight difference here. Here the bicarbonate is recovered here also. Bicarbonate is not excreted, or it is again recovered to the plasma itself. So this is what happens in the mechanism of excretion of H+ ions by the. As a result, what happens, we know, as a result this H+ is added to the urine. What happens, the pH of the urine decreases. That's why the pH of the urine that moves near to the, slightly near to the acidic range. Okay. Now we can move to the excretion of triple acid. So now we can move to the excretion of phosphate or the triple acid. Actually, this phosphate buffer in the this tubular lumen plays an important role in buffering this H+. So let us see what happens here. Thus Carbon dioxide combines with water producing carbonic acid, again bicarbonate and H plus bicarbonate is recovered to plasma, H plus that is secreted into tubular lumen. There we know the phosphate buffer, disodium hydrogen phosphate. That splits to Na plus and NaHPO4. That is monosodium monohydrogen phosphate. And this NaHPO4 combines with, or that will buffers the H plus, or that will combines with the H plus, producing NaH2PO4, sodium dihydrogen phosphate. As a result, what happens? We know the pH already. This disodium hydrogen phosphate is having the pH 7.4. That diminishes or reduces to 5.4 when it reaches, when it become NaH2PO4, H2PO4, dihydrogen. So here this phosphate buffer plays an important role in buffering this H plus, and this is excreted also. So this is excreted through urine. So what happens to the urine? As a result of this addition of this H plus ions to the tubular fluid or to this phosphate buffer, the pH reduces. So actually this is also a measure of acid excreted here. And we know this titratable acid. Titratable acid, it is the number of milliliters of n by 10 NaOH or 1 by 10 normal NaOH that is required to titrate 1 liter of urine in order to maintain the pH 7.4. And here the normal titratable acidity value, it is 15 to 40 milliequivalents per liter. So excretion of ammonium ions. And that occurs in the DCT, see DCT, distal convoluted tubule, we know glutamine is there. Glutamine. And that is converted to glutamic acid by the enzyme glutaminase. It is converted to glutamic acid. So glutamine, it is converted to glutamic acid by the enzyme glutaminase, and it will release the ammonia. Water is added here, and this ammonia then secretes into tubular lumen. Here ammonia. This ammonia that will trap this H plus ions, or this will get added to the H plus ions, so producing NH4 plus. That's how the ammonia traps the hydrogen, and that is excreted through urine. So I will say in distal convoluted tubule, the glutamine, so amino acid we know. This glutamine converted by glutaminase to glutamic acid and ammonia is released, and we know this ammonia is toxic to our body. So we have to get rid of this. And this ammonia then enters into the tubular lumen, and there it joins with the H plus secreted here. And thus forming NH4 plus ammonium ions. Actually the pK value of this ammonium it is 9.8. So this will not contribute much to the change of the pH of this urine. And it is excreted. So that's how this ammonium trap this H plus and excreted. And here the total excretion of ammonium ion in urine it is 30 to 50 milliequivalents per liter. And the total acidity, we are studying the titratable acidity. Titratable acidity, that is the caused by the phosphate ions. And the total acidity is equal to titratable acidity plus ammonium ions, and that contributes about 35 to 70 milliequivalents per liter. So that's all about the renal regulation of pH. So by these mechanisms, by the reabsorption of filtered bicarbonate, excretion of H plus and reabsorption of bicarbonate, again excretion of titratable acid, excretion of ammonium ions, by all these mechanisms, this kidney contributes its role for maintaining the normal blood pH. Thank you.